What's up guys, Tevy here back again with another episode of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 1 for the Sane Trilogy. Today's episode we're going to continue on with the rest of the game. We're doing Hog Wild and this level. This is the freaking level that caused me the most difficulty in this entire playthrough. I did not die nearly as many times as I did in this one level than I did in any others in this entire game. And the only thing that's difficult about it is because I was trying to collect all the crates, because it's another one that you don't really need any particular gems in order to get all of them. You just need to break all the boxes. And this is easily the worst one I had to deal with, just because the one placement of this in particular enemy right here that kept on killing me, and I just, at this point, I was like, forget it. It's an any percent run. I don't need to get all the boxes. And I just said, let's just go on about my business. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. So that was unfortunate. In fact, I think throughout this entire level, I only missed the two, and I died because I hit him. You can like go over and like narrowly jump over them at the very last second and like reach over it, and I did that a few times when I was trying to like, you know, get past this one level, but it's the second guy who's just not working with me. He didn't cooperate, and I just kept on touching him every single time, kept dying. So yep, that was very irritating. That was frustrating to say the least. And then when I saw this at the very end, like, really? Just those two crates? Alright, not playing this again for it. So I'll take those two. I'll take those two boxes added to our total miss total and just continue on. And this video is going to be about Coco. So let's move over to her, since we were forced to play as Crash in that one because she's not a part of it. So anyway, this in particular one, when I first played, this one gave me a fair bit of trouble, but towards the once like you get more accustomed to like how the level is set up, it's a bit easier to do. Always jump on the turtles, like I said before. If you don't need them, spin them away, but on later levels they will be needed, so try to just incapacitate them so they stop moving, but don't kill them. Otherwise, if you do wait too long, they will get out of their shells and come back to moving again. And I was a little bit cautious when I was playing this one for the playthrough, but you don't have to wait nearly as long. As soon as it goes down, just start moving. For these log platforms, you have to jump and spin into them in order for them to actually move sideways through. But, you know, I don't know why I'm explaining all this like you guys don't know how to play this game. This game isn't that old. It's a complete, like, remake of the original one, so it's not like you haven't seen how it's done before. It helps me, like, better process information if I'm able to explain it in a way that makes sense to me to move on, but you guys know this. You know this, and I apologize for talking to you like you don't. And I'm about to start doing it again by saying that you can jump on the little flame pedestal as like a little bounce pad and whatnot. So if it happens again, I'm sorry. This is just how I like to talk, and this is what keeps me talking. And I need them in order to get that crate. Like I said before, just spin into them while their shields are up for them. Thankfully, this one did not give me nearly as much trouble as Hog Wild did. Those plants, when they're lined up like that, they do give me a little bit of anxiety, and I don't need you, so you can go away. Just because the way they're placed like that, it does get a little bit difficult to judge, like, if I can hit one while I make sure I hit the others, because sometimes, like, I can hit one and it won't go flying into the other one to attack and kill them, so as soon as they get hit, the other one's like, alright, I get to attack now, and then it gets hit off of me, and I hit that. Monkeys are another difficult enemies, because as soon as they stop, that's where you want to attack them and hit them, because otherwise, when they start rolling, it's going to be difficult to kill them, because I tried doing that with my spin, or jumping on them, and every time I did that, I died, but I felt like I probably died because my spin was just at the very end, and it stopped before the hitbox for it came back into dying properties for it to say. So yeah, this one's a very easy bonus stage too. There's only 5 crates, but like I said, this one is one of the ones that have a gem requirement in order for you to get all of them, so yeah, unfortunately I can't get all of them in this one, so that's a no-go. Which is funny, because I can actually do this stage perfectly without dying. This is one of the earlier ones where it's easier. and for the most part we need to be very specific of our platforming to reach all of these metal crates. There's an Aku mask down there, but I don't feel like I need it, but after seeing me die right there, it's like, nah, probably should have got it. Not like it would have helped. It doesn't really help you if it's like a bottomless pit. But over here, we're able to skip this bit of the level if we just come back all the way over here and go very down here, because there's a little pathway at the very bottom that will help you avoid all this unnecessary platform that we don't need to take all the way up until here. And then, this is where you want to be careful of the double turtles, because if you hit one, sometimes it won't spin into the others, sometimes it will. Just be careful. Same thing with the timing on the flame pedestals, because as soon as they start sparking, you want to get off of it. And sometimes I felt like I was free for when they were not sparking, and I still died because of it, because the hit detection was like at the very end. In fact, that happens like a few times throughout this series, where when I die, like sometimes it wasn't my fault. A majority of them were, but sometimes it was like not. It was like at the very last second, something happened, and it's like, nope, it counts, you're dead, and that pissed me off. We want to wait over here for this to come down before we move forward. And I see, if you're not extremely precise with your jumps, you will die. And that's a level of difficulty that is necessary for these games, but it pisses me off sometimes because I feel like if I was there, I was on it, there's no need for me to just slide off if I'm not directly on the bits that pushes me upwards. And that annoys me sometimes, but the only way to really get through it, just get good. That's the only way to route, like, just to get through the level and whatnot. And at this point, it's like, alright, I'm better now, I can get through this. I didn't like going through all that you put me through, but I did it anyway. And that's honestly, this game is very rewarding to play, where you feel a sense of accomplishment when you play through it, and like you are able to get through it and like actually finish it, because there are some difficult levels in this game. No, I would stick to that statement. This is a very difficult game. Even if I was playing this like as a child, I know I would give up almost immediately if it was as difficult as it is now. But I find this one, like I said, it is rewarding once you're able to get it and move on and get through it. And there's an extra life over there, and I want it just because I want to collect these lives. And unfortunately, I fall all the way back down. Thankfully, fall damage is not a thing in this, so you won't die if you fall all the way down there to a level where there's a bit at the very end that you have to climb up to get to. It's time consuming, but at least it won't kill you. So that's a plus. So let's just get back up here and exit the level. And I missed, how many, like 6 crates in this one? My math's off, I know it's more than 6. Yeah, there we go, 11. I don't know why I said 6, it just looked right at the time, and then it's like, I saw the number like, wait a minute, 6 plus this doesn't equal this number at all. But anyway, this leads us to the next island in the whole Wumpa Island area, which is up the creek. I think this one does have a gem requirement in order for you to get all the crates, so that's fine. Don't have to worry about this one. And that jump, it's another one that you had to be precise, but I did kind of miss that one. I jumped a little too more to the right than I should have been, because these ones do shift a little bit left and right, and that's kind of what threw me off a bit, because I didn't make that specific jump at that time, at least in the area that I needed to be in. Otherwise, this is a pretty simple level too. As soon as I unlock the gem for it, it'll be pretty easy to get through this one without dying. And if you can make it all the way to the bonus stage with that too, it's fine, it doesn't count as death. In fact, the damn monkey over here, this is what got me. Thankfully I had Aki to protect me, but now I'm flying solo without anything to take a hit for me. Gotta wait for you to stop. Thankfully those lilies stay in place too. Sometimes if you're walking over it, that caused me to die one time too, even though they were so close together. Me walking to the left got me killed because of it, so later on I do start jumping from one to one, even though they're so close together, just because I want to be absolutely sure me doing this won't cause me to die. Anyway, as we're going through the game right now, I would like to die. That's exactly what I would like, Tevin, to die. Oh, gosh. Anyway, as always, please let me know how your day is going down in the comments below. That's what I was getting to before I actually died. Because I didn't ask the last video just because I was so entranced, I guess you should say, in order to explain exactly how I'm going to be doing this series to make sure nothing's misconstrued at the end. Because sometimes, a majority of the times, in my videos, I say I'm not going to do 100%, and then towards like the end part of the game, it's like I start collecting everything. This time, nope, I'm not doing that. I can't do it right now. Just don't have the time. Oh, but anyway, moving on. Ooh, thankfully I remember to spin while I was up top to avoid getting hit by that. And I should have stayed on this crate right here instead of trying to jump back over, because otherwise I wouldn't have missed that jump. But anyway, let me know how your day's going down in the comment section below. That's what I was trying to get to before I got off on a little tangent again, like I tend to do. Today's been a pretty chill day. I finished doing a majority of my packing so far, so I don't have a whole lot left that needs to do before I'm ready to leave. At this point, it's just a whole bunch of small things that aren't as heavily important, but I consider important, more like, you know, saying goodbye to friends and whatnot, making sure I have like little small details taken care of from when I'm gone to make sure things get done and make sure things get bought, because there are a few games that I want that I can't get while I'm going to be gone, so I want to make sure like I want this before I get back. So I have someone who's able to get it for me, or at least go to pre-order it, that way they can pick it up and leave it in my room for when I do eventually come back to play that. One such game, it's going to be Persona 5 Strikers. I really want to play that game. I love the Persona series so much, and if it wasn't as time consuming as it is, and like for the level of detail I want to put into doing that playthrough, I would do that one instead of doing this. But the Crash games, they're not entirely long if you know how to play it, so that's why I opted to do this one instead, because otherwise I want to play 3 through 5 for you guys, and eventually I am going to for this channel. It's just at the time right now I just don't have that kind of time, because that's a long playthrough to get through if you're listening to all the cutscenes. If you're skipping through everything, it's still quite a while to do. Fortunately, I missed 2 crates in here that are locked off because of a different path, so that's fine. Add another 2 to the total. Let's move on. What level do we have next on? Oh, it's the RipaRoo boss fight. And of course, since it is a boss fight, we can't use this Coco. Crash has to take care of this. And direct attacks don't hurt him, so we have to find some other method to actually damage him. Alright, so first thing you should know about RipaRoo, he, like, look at the direction he's facing before he jumps. That's the platform he's going to jump to. So you see how he's facing diagonal, he's going to jump diagonally. What we want to do is, you know, stay out of his reach and don't let him jump on us, otherwise we'll instantly die. And we want to wait for these big TNT crates to show up, and we just want to step on those so they can get ready to explode. And we kind of just want to time when we do step on them so they'll blow up when he's nearby. For the most part, during the first phase, he never jumps towards the top 3 sections like I noticed. He's always somewhere else, so thankfully I was able to get 2 quick hits on him right there and then. So that was thankfully good. Go ahead and sit on this one, and hopefully if I'm lucky enough he'll come back over here, and you do, and that's perfect. I will upload my whole playthrough of this one uncut so you guys can see like all the deaths and whatnot on here, just so you can see, because one of the attempts I did on this boss was so funny. I did it perfectly, but I landed on the TNT crate towards the end, and I still was floating and I died, and it made me start the fight all over again. So that was fun. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video, guys, so thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 1, and I will see you guys in the next episode when we take on the Lost City with Crash.